Hello everybody. Before we start this video, I just want to quickly mention that we are doing a Q&A on this channel, or a Q&A video. So if you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. I got a few comments on my 300 sub special, but I just wanted to announce it at the beginning of this video so I could get just a few more questions. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below, and now let's just begin the video. Hello there everybody. As you may know, I have been playing this game for quite a while now, and since Tower Heroes, at least from what I've noticed, I've seen a lot more level 1 players than I used to, or at least compared to a few months ago when I started playing this game again. I've noticed that there's just a lot of level 1 players, and for a lot of people, this game is their first tower defense game. I know it was one of my first tower defense games. Well, I mean, to be fair, I played a few others, but they were a lot different than Tower Heroes. But anyway, so I want to give some of the wisdom I've learned over the past few months and give it to the newer players that are like roughly level 1 or 10. But I just want to say that I am not a pro at this game. Everything I mentioned in this video is going to be fairly basic, and I'm not going to go into like what tower is best or what tower is the worst and which ones you shouldn't pick. I'm just going to go into like some objective things in the game that I think players need to know about. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So one of the main things newer players screw up, or at least from what I see, is detection. Basically, when a ghost goes by all of their level 1 towers, they panic and they try to place a bunch of other level 1 towers on the ground to try to stop it. If you don't understand, if you're watching this and you don't understand why that's happening, I recommend looking at the stats. To be fair, me and my friends didn't figure this out until we were around level 5, and the game doesn't really openly tell you about this. You're just kind of expected to have at least one tower up to level 2 by then, but some players obviously don't, and I see a lot of like lower level players not understand this. So basically, towers, they have this stat called detection. Most towers don't get detection until level 2. Basically, detection allows a tower to hit faster enemies like ghosts, some aliens. There's probably a lot of other things, but basically what I'm trying to say is if your tower is not hitting another enemy or something, that probably means that they need detection to hit them. The only two towers in the game that have detection by default at level 1, at least to my knowledge, are just Fracture and Maitake. Or Maitake? Frick, I can't say her name. The first thing I want to talk about is fencing. The first fact for fencing is going to be very basic actually, but the other facts about fencing I didn't personally know about until fairly recently, so yeah, there's that. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is build mode and tower mode. So when you enter a raid map, you'll notice that like on your tower bar, you'll see builds. When you click on builds, it shows all of your builds, like, you know, the fence, the tower that I don't know the purpose of, the spike traps, and Lampy. But Lampy's only useful on Grand Garage. I don't even know if there's any other map he is actually useful on. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But anyway, when you enter build mode, you can't edit towers. You have to go back to towers, which is also on the end of the hotbar. So just when you want to edit one of your towers, go to the towers section. I didn't know this originally because if I remember right, it wasn't like this before. But maybe it was and I just didn't notice, who knows. Anyway, the more like complicated fact I want to get into is like leveling, how much you have to level up your fence per difficulty. I didn't actually know this until fairly recently, but basically on easy mode you only have to upgrade your fences up to level 3 for the monsters not to break it. And on medium you only have to upgrade it to level 4, and hard you have to upgrade it all the way to 5. This is a thing I didn't know until fairly recently, and I want to thank Unikitty Gaming for her really good video on fencing. If you want a more in-depth look at fencing, I recommend her video. I'll be linking it in the description, but I just want to include it in this small little tutorial video. As for how to make a maze per map, you know, how to make a maze to slow down the enemies, I kind of can't go into that very well because every map is different with how you have to build the maze. But I would recommend looking at YouTubers, other YouTubers' videos on certain maps like Grand Garage, Chaos Kingdom, and a bunch of others. But the main thing I do want to talk about when making a fence, do not have something inside of the fence that isn't a spike trap. So, like, don't put a fence inside of your maze, because that's just going to screw everything up, and, like, monsters are going to break through the fencing and not even, like, acknowledge your maze exists. So just keep other fences away from the inside of your maze. Also, don't worry about your fences not looking exactly like the ones in the YouTube videos. As long as, like, you can win with, like, whatever maze you make, then it doesn't matter. But if the maze you're making isn't working and the boss doesn't die, then you might need to, you know, touch up on a few things. So the last thing I want to mention in this video, trust me, there are a lot of things I probably could mention in another video, but for now, this video's been a really big pain in the butt to edit. So yeah, this is the last fact for now. I might save it for another video. If you have, like, anything else you want to know, probably go look for someone else's video. But the last thing I want to mention in this video is teamwork and being nice. Now, that sounds like a very basic thing to, you know, want or to do, but, like, I see this is a problem that I see in a lot of lobbies, where kids will just be so mean to each other for no reason at each other, just because some other kid is not doing what they want them to do, or some kid is just making a genuine mistake. And it's honestly just so annoying. It's like, you want them to be better at the game, don't you? You want them to get better. So instead of being a butt and going like, actually, you're really bad at the game for placing your towers there, and you're an idiot and I hate you. Be like, hey, I recommend you put your dumpster child or whatever tower over here, please. Say please is the main thing that I want to talk about, or the main thing that I'm trying to get across here. Be nice to your teammates. And also, just don't beg for mana either. Like, don't be like, give me mana, and then when no one gives you mana, be like, be nice. Ask, like, please, can someone give me mana? And don't just say, give me mana. Tell them why you need mana, or what tower you're upgrading at the very least. Because I don't want to spend extra money on you when I know that, like, your upgrade is going to only, like, cost 200 mana or something. I want to spend the appropriate amount of mana. And also, I want to know I'm giving enough. So just say, oh, I want to upgrade my dumpster child to level 3. Or, oh, I need to place my scientists over here, and I need a little extra cash. Like, just be a little more descriptive, and also be a little nicer when you're asking for mana. It's just, that's really the main thing. That's, like, one of the big takeaways that you can take from this video, is just be nice to other people. Be a good teammate and communicate with your team. And if you have trouble, like, typing, I recommend giving yourself a Google Doc or something to, like, copy and paste certain phrases you can say per game, like, I need mana to upgrade my dumpster child, if you like having dumpster child to defend early wave and stuff. Having a Google Doc could honestly help a lot of people, and I'm going to start using it because I'm not very good at typing myself, and I find myself in a situation where I'm not able to win because I can't upgrade the towers I want, or I can't communicate to my partners correctly. So with that out of the way, and my final point in the video being done, this video is finally over. It might have not seemed long to you guys, but Jesus Christ, this was a long video to edit. And the Q&A video is coming up soon and stuff, so get ready for that. I'm still working on it, I promise. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Peace.